right, there's a boom in young adults hanging back to live with their parents as so many in America face affordability challenges. Now, the good news is that many of them do have jobs and may be working to save money. But as CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger explains in Money Matters, sponsored by First Mid Bank and Trust, this living arrangement needs some financial ground rules.
A new report shows a record 25.2 million adult children aged 35 and under live with their parents in 2025. That's 1/3 of young adults 18 to 35, and it's more than at any other point on record, and that includes during the pandemic. If you count yourself among one of these millions, it's important for parents to have honest conversations with their adult children about expectations and to set ground rules up front. Establish a clear move-out target date. Even if you don't meet that date, both sides should agree to revisit 60 days prior. Next, decide whether the young adult will pay rent or contribute to utilities and groceries, even if it's just a token amount. Consider putting the arrangement in writing to build in some accountability. For the young adult, use this time wisely to develop good habits. Keep track of your finances and allocate some money for short-term needs like the move-out fund, or intermediate-term needs like paying off your student loans, and long-term needs like contributing to a retirement plan if there's a match. In New York, I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Money Matters, sponsored by First Mid Bank and Trust. For more information, you can give them a call at 1-877-888-5629, and they will come to your home and kick your adult child out. For free. Yeah. You can also find them on the web at firstmid.com. Firstmid.com.
I feel bad for the person running the switchboard over there today.
But also tell them
Hurry!
kids sent you.
Calls.
How soon can you get here?
My goodness.